There comes a moment in every person's life when they quietly realize something is wrong. Not outwardly wrong. From the outside, things may look fine, but inside, there is noise, restlessness, frustration, a sense of drifting. You work hard yet feel stuck. You chase happiness yet it slips away. You achieve goals, yet peace remains distant. What if the problem is not your effort, but your direction? Over 2,000 years ago, Stoic thinkers understood a truth most people still miss today. A strong life is not built by chance. It is built by discipline of the mind. Not talent, not luck, not perfect conditions, inner mastery. Tonight we explore 10 Stoic habits that can quietly reshape who you become. Not overnight, but permanently. Let's begin. Habit 1. Wake up with purpose. Most people wake up already behind, not because they slept too long, but because they woke up without intention. They reach for their phone, scroll through other people's lives, absorb other people's priorities, and before their feet even touch the ground, their mind is no longer their own. The Stoics believe the morning is sacred. It is the moment when your character takes its first breath for the day. Instead of asking, "What do I feel like doing today?" ask something far more powerful. "Who will I choose to be today?" There is a difference. Feelings are unstable. Identity is directional. When you wake with purpose, you stop reacting to life and begin shaping it. You stop drifting and start steering. Purpose does not have to be grand. It can be as simple as deciding, "Today, I will remain calm under pressure. Today, I will speak less and listen more. Today, I will finish what I start." Small internal commitments create massive external change. Remember this: win the morning, and you reduce the chaos of the entire day. Lose the morning, and you spend the rest of your hours recovering. Habit 2. Focus only on what you can control. Anxiety often comes from one source: trying to control what was never yours. Other people's opinions, unexpected outcomes, the past, the future. Energy leaks everywhere. The Stoics taught a life-changing distinction. Some things are within your control. Most things are not. Your effort? Yes. Your attitude? Yes. Your choices? Always. But results? Not guaranteed. Imagine the freedom that comes when you stop negotiating with the uncontrollable. When rejection no longer defines you. When delays no longer shake you. When uncertainty no longer terrifies you. You become steady, grounded, unmoved by storms. This is not indifference. It is intelligent emotional investment. Why pour your strength into battles you cannot win? Instead, master the arena that is fully yours, your mind. And strangely, when you release control, you often perform better, because tension disappears, clarity enters, action sharpens, peace follows. Habit 3. Practice negative visualization. At first, this habit sounds uncomfortable. Why would anyone deliberately think about loss? Why imagine hardship? Yet the Stoics understood something profound about the human brain. We suffer more from imagination than from reality. We assume what we have will always remain. Health, relationships, opportunities, time. But life changes quickly. Negative visualization is not pessimism. It is preparation. Pause for a moment and quietly consider, what if the things you take for granted were suddenly gone? Notice what happens inside you. Gratitude awakens. Attachment softens. Presence deepens. You begin to experience your life as something fragile and therefore precious. This practice also builds resilience. When difficulty arrives, it does not feel foreign. You have already rehearsed courage, already strengthened perspective, already reminded yourself, "I can endure more than I think." Comfort weakens awareness, but thoughtful reflection sharpens it, and a sharpened mind suffers less. Habit 4. Speak less, observe more. Noise dominates the modern world. Everyone is talking. Few are understanding. The Stoics valued restraint in speech because they recognized a simple truth. You learn far more by observing than by announcing. When you speak less, you notice patterns, motives, emotional undercurrents. You begin to see people clearly, including yourself. Silence is not emptiness. It is strategic space. Impulsive speech often leads to regret. Measured speech builds respect. Before responding, ask, is this necessary? Is this helpful? Is this truthful? Not every opinion deserves expression. Not every argument deserves participation. Sometimes strength appears as restraint, and calm presence speaks louder than volume ever could. Habit 5. Keep a daily journal. Your mind is a crowded room. Thoughts enter, collide, disappear, unless you capture them. Writing forces clarity. It slows thinking enough for you to examine it. The Stoics treated journaling as mental training, a private place for honesty, not performance, not perfection, just truth. Each evening, consider asking yourself, where did I act with integrity today? Where did emotion override wisdom? What will I improve tomorrow? This is how self-awareness compounds. Without reflection, days blur together. With reflection, experience becomes instruction. You stop repeating mistakes blindly. You begin evolving deliberately. Think of journaling as a quiet conversation with your future self, one that steadily turns confusion into direction. Habit 6. Embrace discomfort willingly. Growth rarely feels comfortable, yet modern culture worships ease, instant gratification, constant entertainment, endless convenience. But comfort can quietly imprison you. The Stoics practice voluntary hardship, not to punish themselves, but to expand their threshold. Cold weather, simple meals, physical exertion. These experiences reminded them, I need far less than I fear. When you stop depending on perfect conditions, you become adaptable. When plans collapse, you adjust. When pressure rises, you remain composed. Discomfort transforms from enemy into teacher. Ask yourself occasionally, can I choose the harder path, not because I must, but because it strengthens me? Resilience is not built during easy seasons. It is forged when you prove to yourself, I can handle this. And once your mind believes that, very little intimidates you again. Habit 7. Live in the present moment. The past is unchangeable. The future is unpredictable. Yet most people live trapped between the two. Regret pulling backward, worry pulling forward, and the present barely noticed. The Stoics anchored themselves in now, because now is where influence exists. Look closely at your life. Many of the moments you once worried about never happened. Many that did were manageable. So why rehearse suffering ahead of time? Presence is a discipline. It means fully entering the conversation you're having, fully engaging the work before you, fully experiencing ordinary moments. Strangely, life feels longer when you stop rushing through it, not because time expands, but because awareness does. And awareness is what turns existence into experience. Habit 8. Serve something greater than yourself. A self-centered life eventually feels small, even if it looks successful. The Stoics believed humans are designed for contribution, for cooperation, for shared progress. When your actions benefit others, meaning deepens. Ask yourself, who improves because I exist? It is a confronting question, but also a guiding one. Service does not always mean grand sacrifice. Often it appears in simple forms, offering patience, sharing knowledge, acting with fairness, creating value. Paradoxically, when you stop chasing fulfillment directly, and focus on usefulness, fulfillment finds you. Purpose expands when it includes more than just you. Habit 9. Detach from outcomes. Effort is yours. Results are influenced by countless variables beyond you. Yet many people tie their emotional stability to outcomes. Promotion, happiness, rejection, despair. This is fragile living. The Stoics practiced emotional independence from results, not apathy, but maturity. They committed fully to the process, then released the verdict. Imagine working with total dedication, without the constant fear of failure hovering nearby. Performance improves when pressure loosens. You become courageous enough to attempt difficult things because your identity is no longer on trial. Remember, you are responsible for effort, not guarantees. And when you internalize this, fear loses much of its authority. Habit 10. Remember your time is limited. Few reflections clarify life faster than this one. You will not be here forever. Not a gloomy thought, an awakening one. Mortality strips away trivial concerns. Petty arguments fade. Ego softens. Procrastination becomes harder to justify. When time feels abundant, we drift. When time feels precious, we prioritize. Ask quietly, if today mattered more than usual, how would I live it? Who would I call? What would I stop postponing? What would I finally begin? Awareness of life's finiteness does not darken existence. It illuminates it. It reminds you, this moment is not rehearsal, it is the performance. Transformation is rarely dramatic. More often, it is quiet, habit by habit, choice by choice, day by day. Stoicism does not promise a life without difficulty. It promises something far greater, a mind strong enough to meet whatever comes. So begin gently. Choose one habit, practice it, then another. Years from now, you may look back and realize the life you once wished for was built through the disciplines you repeated when no one was watching. And perhaps the greatest reward will not be success alone, but the calm strength you discovered within yourself.